Welcome back to the Ancient Ruins, and today we're going to be doing episode 2 of A Core of Discovery, a game set in the world of Manifest Destiny. Before we go any further, I'd like to say a big thank you to Off the Page Games for taking the time not only to watch episode 1, and if you haven't seen it, I'll leave a little tag just here so you can go back and watch that after this, but actually taking the time to give me a few rules corrections and point out a few things that I did wrong. That's brilliant. Now, the things that I did wrong, I didn't discard, or I didn't take, or I didn't do, I'm going to try my best to make sure we don't do that again. However, the rules corrections, mwah, chef's kiss. So, what we learned from the comment left behind on episode 1 is that we should have 2 Destiny cards revealed, and we get to pick the one that we want. Table space wise, it might be a little bit difficult, so we might just have the 2 revealed just here, and then the rest of the cards off, but we'll figure that out momentarily. We've still got bits to do. And the other main one was the sample tokens. These little buggers are the ones that fill up our backpack, and I was unsure of how to get rid of them. You discard a token. So any resource or any water, discard, and it's gone straight to the bin. So perfect. So seriously, thanks guys, keeping me in check and helping me along the way. What's this for? I still don't know. It's insanely beautiful. And I love it. It just came in the box. Not in the game box, in the delivery box, there was just a coin. It's beautiful. Now, these are potentially going to be incredibly long episodes, so why not take a moment to pause, go get yourself a snack, go get yourself a drink, and have a wee-wee. We'll still be here when you get back, okay? Off you go. Did you have a wee-wee? I will turn this game around. No. So, what we're going to do is, we've got all our bits and pieces. We'll do a quick rundown of where we are and what we need to do. We've got our fauna. So, water is next to stick, and always trust the stick because the stick knows the way. And that's orthogonally. So when we see this symbol, it's orthogonal. When we see this symbol, it's diagonal. When we see this symbol, we panic, because it can be absolutely anywhere. So water is always orthogonally next to stick. Food is always diagonally next to TP, and vice versa. TP is always next to a skull, orthogonally or diagonally. There is always a vine in line with a rock. So there is a rock here. We'll explain why we know that momentarily. So in this column is a vine. The meth sudoku begins. Oh, God. There is always 1 stick per column and row. So 1 stick per column and row. So if there is a stick here, there cannot be a stick here or here. Okay? There's only 1. So over time, we're going to build a mind map of sticks. And that's going to save us the game. Mud is always orthogonally adjacent to water and a stone. Stones are all connected, not on the edge and impassable, so we know that there are no stones here and that they are probably somewhere in this area because there's 1 stone there. We'll get to that. Calm down. We know that a skull spawns a prick, but a skull will always have a different resource in every orthogonal space. So if it's, say this was a skull, it's not, it's a rock. We'll get to it, calm. If this was a skull, it would have food here, a stick here, water here, and a vine there, for example. So it always has to be different. You can place shelter here. We'll always have food and a stick next to it, which will help us with our meth algebra. A TP you can use to trade a resource for another resource, or water. The fields will tell us how many forts are in a column or a row. So again, we get to do weird math, and the fort itself will have additional rules, and it will teach us how to kill the pricks. Now, the pricks are the minotaurs, and that's what we need to do. So the additional rules for the forts are they will have a vine and a TP. So it will be a vine above. Oh, well, no, it will be a vine orthogonally adjacent because these can rotate. Okay, these can rotate. They can't flip, but they can rotate. So if we find a vine and a TP in that order, so vine here, say, and a TP here, we know that's a fort. If we get a TP and a vine, that's a fort. You'll get it. It's fine. I didn't explain that very well, but you'll understand as I devolve into madness. Okay, what's next? Right, the goal is to kill 3 minotaurs. These pricks here, the peak, alphanumeric, so this is A through G and 1 through 7. So alphanumeric, the peak, where the peak of the mountains are, is E4, so E4, and that's why we've got a rock there. That's why we know that there and connected to it in any of those are more rocks, because all rocks are connected. But we also know they don't go down here because they're not on the edge. So that's nice. Our first challenge is approach the arch, because this is always your first challenge. To pass, you need a stick. And if you do pass, you get a food. If you fail, you get a food and some water. So yeah, we need food. If I can get this back in its space, there we go, I'll explain. So what's going to happen is we're going to reveal some challenges. We have to go through all the challenges before the end of the day. We need a food before the end of the day, otherwise we die. Eat food, don't die. Simple. But we also have to complete the challenges themselves. So to complete Approach the Arch, we have 5 turns. So that means we can reveal 5 of these to find a stick. Otherwise we fail. If we fail, we lose a water, but we still get a food. We're going to reveal 2 more cards. In fact, let's do that now. Flood. Move to higher ground. So we need a stick, we need a rock, and 2 water. If we pass, we lose our fire, but we don't have fire, so that's okay. If we fail, many bad things happen. So we lose 2 water. We gain a sample, which blocks up our backpack, which makes life impossible. We lose a fire, don't have a fire. Now these little ones, the question marks on the hatter, that means we either lose a resource or a water. So if we fail this one, we could potentially be down 4 water instantaneously. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Okay, but we've got 3 reveals to find that out. And then we've got School of Fish, where we need mud, vines, and water. If we have a fire at that point, we get food. That's good. So, how are we going to do this? I hear you all cry, even though you've seen Lewis down here and you've potentially seen episode 1 or played this game, so you already know. But let me tell you anyway. We're still using the same setup as last time, because this is only the 3rd time I've played this game, and I'm scared. So we're using Lewis, Researcher, Exhaust before Explore. If you gain a resource or water, gain 2 of it instead. So we're going to use that to our benefit to try and get as much resources as we can when we need them. Compass, Exhaust before Explore. If you correctly guess the terrain you're about to explore, discard that path token. That gives us an extra turn. Now these are per day. So we get to use these once in all of these. As long as we don't die, they all refresh and we get to use them again. Amazing. Tracking Guide, Exhaust after Explore. Do not gain the resource or water from exploring. Discard that path token and explore again. That's another extra turn, or an extra turn. Smart. Flint, Exhaust, build a fire for 1 stone or 1 stick. Now that could be super helpful for the School of Fish one, because we need a fire then. But we don't want to get it before, because, well, basically we're going to lose it. Because I'm a little baby and I'm very new to the game, I've got the medicine. This is training gear. It doesn't count towards my gear limit. And I get to refresh 1 character or gear by exhausting it. And it does get refreshed at the end of the day as well. So that's lovely. It means we can use one of these twice. We'll pop that over here. What do we need to do? We've got a mushroom. We'll discuss a few things as we go along, but we will. Let's give these a quick chifty, because they're going off screen. So yeah, we'll take 1, 2, and we're going to set them up just there. And maybe we can just put this one just there. We can make this work. We can figure this out. Right. Show of Force. When a TP is found, trade 1 resource or water for any 2 other resources or water. Powerful. Make an ally, discard, gain any 1 resource or water that you currently have. Okay. I mean, when you've got show of force, make an ally seems a little bit poop, but it still could be useful. Right, we are about ready to begin. We must start in column 7, but we can start anywhere that we want. And we need to find the forts to get the ability to kill the Minotaurs, and we need to kill 3 of them. Let's do this. I don't know. Oh, right, let's just go bang in the middle. Okay, that's not a bad start, actually. We now know we get to discard this because we found a field. That means that we get some information about how many forts are in this row or this column. I did them backwards, but it's okay. So there is 1 fort either in this column or in this row. Good. We need a stick. Forts are good, but we need a stick, okay? So why don't we go up? We got a water. It's like a stick, but absolutely not a stick. But we did get a water, so that's okay. Because if we fail approach the arch, we can just discard a water instead of a stick. So it is technically like a stick, okay? I'm not crazy. But in fact, water is next to a stick. So this could be a stick or this could be a stick. This one. We got a stick. We did get a stick. Right, so now we pop that in there. I'm just trying to keep on top of all these little bits and pieces, making sure I'm doing it all right. So if I am a little bit slower this time round, that's why. So we've got the stick. However, we're also over encumbered. What's fatigued? I've been playing too much Baldur's Gate 3. Fatigued. We're not over encumbered. We are fatigued if we finish this one with still that water there. So it kind of makes sense for us to spend the water to do this one. Instead of sticks, we need a stick here. Now, we also need a rock. We know where the rocks are. I want to get this fort. So there is going to be a fort in here somewhere. Maybe. It could be in here. Right, so we have done 2. We have 6 more to get to this rock. I think it's okay if we just do 1 more up and then we'll go to the rock because that's important. The rock's important. So, oh, we've got another field. So we've got another field, and this one is indicating that there are 2 forts in this column or this row. So there can't be 2 forts in this column. There can't be, because there's only 1 fort in this column of this row. So I would hazard a guess that there's 1 fort in this one and 1 fort in this one. Excellent. So we want to head this way, we want to head that way, but we need to head that way. Okay? Which ones do we want to do first? That's the tricky thing, isn't it? So we've still got 6 moves to get that rock. It's going to take 4 moves to get to that rock. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we could, no, we're not going to use, we should use them. Do we want to use them? We also need to go that way for mud and vines. Okay, we're going this way. So we have a nothing, okay? But this is good, this is good, this is good, because if we build a shelter, which is this mushroom house here, which costs a stick, a mud, or a skull, any 2 of those, but you can't use 2 sticks, 2 mud, etc. It has to be unique. We can build that, and we don't have to worry about fatigue. At the moment, we can't afford that. But we still have 2 turns left, so we are going to go 1 more. A stick! We do actually, again, this is the problem. I keep going to the discard pile, and I need to pop it on top, keep myself honest. a stick. We must always trust the stick because the stick knows the way. Right, so we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4. We have one more. I might start putting them up here as we're doing them and piling up when we're done so we can keep an easier visual representation of where we are. Right, so we've got one more, so we're going to carry on going this way. It's a vine. Done. So I know I said I was going to put them up here, but that is literally the 5th one, so there's no point doing that. We do get a vine, so that's fantastic as well. We need a vine for later, but we need to get rid of a water, so we might save the stick just to get rid of a water so we're not fatigued. Yeah. So we're going to say, you know what? Don't have a stick. Don't know what you're on about. These aren't sticks. These are ski poles. And that's going to cost us that. So we're not fatigued. So we'll reveal minus water for fatigue. Resolve any monster that has consequences. Doesn't matter. Either way, we would have had to get rid of that. That water. So we're going to pop you over there, out of the way. And we do get some food. So at least we know we're not going to die. Eat food, don't die. So now we need a stick, a rock, and 2 water. It's fine. We've got the stick. We're about to get the rocks. Do we want to get 2 rocks? No. Quite frankly, we don't. But we kind of do want to mooch around here as well. So we're going to get the rock because we need the rock. We know this as a rock because it has a rock on it. Yeah. So that is 1. Now, this is the new plan. We're going to keep them here as a visual representation. We've got 3 this turn, so we've done 1. We can't pass through here, so I cannot look at this one or this one because we can't pass through there, so I have to go around. Now, mud, which we do need for the next one, is next to a rock and is next to water. So we kind of just want to mooch in this area. Mooch, water. And that is number 2. We've got water, which would, in my eager, giddy, excitable brain, go to show that this is either a rock, because all rocks are connected, or it's mud, because mud is next to water and a rock, and let's hope it's mud. It's not the end of the It's not the end of the world if it's not, but I really would like it to be. So, is mud, and there we go. Visual representation of 3 done. We've got our mud. Okie dokie do. Now, at the end of this one, so let's pile these up, we need to discard a stick, a rock. So we'll move all of these down to show that we are not fatigued, and 2 water. Perfect. No penalty there. If we did have a fire, we would lose it, but smart boy didn't. Because I completely forgot that I could do a fire. Anyway, let us now think what we need to do. We do need to use all of these cards. We've got 3 turns to use all of these cards. And what do we need though? What do we need forts. That's what we need currently. Okay, so we're going to go this way because there is a fort across here. Is there? I've found it. He's there. Okay. That's good. We get the Minotaur card and we need a fire and a rock and we can kill it. So that's good, but we don't actually have a bad guy yet. We will after the end of this one, so we can just look at this one. That's fine. We've got everything we need for that. We've got 2 more to turn over. Ooh, what do we want to do? We need more stick. I think we need more stick for fire because I can exhaust this and we're going to spend this stick and we're going to make a fire because the flint allows us to do it with just 1 stick. Amazing. And we want to use all of these. We want to use all of these as much as we can. Right. What's next to a fort? What's next to a fort? What's next to a fort? That, if my weird math is correct, that is a vine. Okay. I think that's a vine because there has to be orthogonally a vine next to it and a TP next to that. So if the vine was here, the TP would be there. If the vine was there, the TP would be here. So we think that's a TP because, okay, hear me out. Stop typing. I'm not crazy. If the vine was there, that'd have to be a TP. So that's a vine, that's a TP. Are they useful to us now? No. No, they are not. Right, what do we want? Do we want to find another fort? I think there's another fort here or here. But which way do we go? What do we need? At the moment, we don't need anything. At the moment, we've already completed day 1. So these are just 3 days. We need a water, actually. Water would be really, really useful. Because we're about to spend 2 water. So let's try and stock up on water. So we'll exhaust Lewis. Now, hear me out. This is wrong, isn't it? This is definitely not going to backfire. This, where's my little water stick? This is water. Okay. Sticks and water are orthogonally adjacent. That's a rock. I think. I'm guessing that's a rock. Okay? Maybe. I think that's a rock. You know what? I'm doing it. We've exhausted Lewis. We're going to reveal this, and it's going to be a water. Ha 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 ha. I'm the best at games. So I get 2 of those, which is fantastic. I potentially should have used the compass as well, because if we correctly guess the terrain you're about to explore, discard the path token, and that could have been super useful, but it's okay. I don't think we kind of need any of these things. We want the TP next round. We can get some additional resources. Okay. No, none of it gives us additional resources unless I tap this. So I'm going to tap medicine, which allows me to refresh one of these. I'm going to tap Lewis again. And I'm also going to tap the compass, which is going to allow me, because I think this is a rock. If it's a rock, it means we get another go. I don't know whether that's super useful right now, but I think that's a rock, which will give us 2 rocks, which is going to be useful at some point. Trust me. Maybe. Right, so you're a rock. It is a rock. But because we've got the compass, we don't need to do that, but we do get 2 rocks. It is putting us in fatigue, but it's okay, because we're going to discard them soon. We've still got the 1 reveal left. Do we want to just dig into the rocks? Or do we want to carry on looking for forts? Dig for rocks. Now, one of the things is, at this precise moment in time, we don't need resources because we don't know what resources we need, but it'd be really, really good to have another stick, some mud, and a skull. We know there's not a stick in this one. We know there's not a stick in this one. So we know there's a stick in here somewhere, in these 4. We do need a stick. Right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're going to go that way. Yes. Best at games, dropped the sun on the floor. We'll get 1 from the discard. It goes there. I lose so many tokens that way. Right, we've got a fort. So we get another way to kill a prick. It's 2 wood and a skull. Okay. We still don't have one. Is that bad? We're about to get one. Right, so we've done this. We have to spend a mud. Go away. A vine. Go away. You lot can go over here. We get rid of 2 water because it's 2 water as well, and we complete it. Oh my goodness, we're the best at games. Right. We haven't accomplished anything actually, but that's fine. That's fine. I would say, you know something, this could genuinely be quite a cozy game if it wasn't for all the impending doom. Right, so at the end of the night, we have to discard a food because we needed a food. So eat food, don't die. If there are no monsters in card, if there are no monsters in play, reveal a new threat card. Minotaur. Place the token on if day, nope, if night, the northernmost explored path. Path priority. So the northernmost explored path, is either going to be the fort, which I don't think is correct, or can it go on a fort? That seems daft. Doesn't matter. We're going to put you there, okay? We're going to put you there. We'll put it on the fort. If that's wrong, do let me know in the comments, but it's not going to make any form of difference whatsoever because he's dead. In a minute, we are going to refresh all our cards. All refreshed and ready to go. Are they in camera? Oh, streaming is difficult. Video recording is difficult. Whatever, we're doing it. Now, we get 3 new challenges. Keep food cool. Build a shovel, dig pit. Cool, we need a stick. I think that's 90% of this game. We've got we've got 2 moves to get a stick, basically. Build a shelter. That's a little trickier. That is much trickier. We've got 3 turns to build a shelter, and they're kind of spenny. It's okay. We'll figure this out. We'll figure it out. What are we doing? Oh, 3rd challenge. Yes. Quicksand. We need a stick or a rock, a vine, and some water. Okay. It gives us mud. Not sure how helpful that is, but let's see what we can see. So straight away, we are going to, because we have a fire, and again, thanks to Off the Page Games for the I have never played video comment. Tell me I don't need to discard the fire when using this one. But we do need to discard the rock, and we've killed the Minotaur. We are 1 down with 2 to go, and we're feeling good. We need a stick. We desperately need a stick. Okay. Wait. Water is next to a stick. That could be a stick. I have no other. That could be a stick. That could be a stick. We've got 2 guesses to get a stick. If we fail, we lose 3 water. That's excessive. That's so bad. You're a stick. You're a stick. Be a stick. It's a stick. I should have done the thing where I got the extra materials for saying it's a stick. Always trust the stick. The stick knows the way. Right, what do we need? We need more sticks. Oh no. We need so many things to build a shelter. Right. Right. Oh, he's dead. He's gone. He doesn't matter. Okay, we've got that. We need, what do we need? We've done this one, but we need a mud and another stick. Okay. Mud's this way. So it could be here, it could be here. Maybe we go this way. Right, we're going to go down 1. It's a stick. Yes. I mean, that is technically good because we do need a stick and a mud. So we are on track. So let us keep food cool. A stick, a rock, and a water. So a rock, a stick, and a water. You are completed. And if we have a fire, which we does, we get food. So we're not going to die. Good. Now, this is where it gets a bit spicy because we need to find, just a mud or a skull, actually. And we've got 3 turns to find a mud or a skull, and they're in this area. Well, skulls might be, but mud is in this area. So we can either go down this way or this way. Because there's a mud there, I'm more inclined to go this way. I am more inclined to go here. And that's a rock. That's not good. I mean, it's fine. Ooh, Ooh. Right, so we do need a mud or a skull. We've got 2 more turns. However, we can also guess what something is and get a free one. So we might be able to just, because we know that's a TP. Come on, we know it's a TP. Surely. Yeah? Yeah. Maybe. We know one of these is a vine. The math keeps coming. Right. Maybe we got down. If we go to the TP, we can just exchange one of the things we have for one of the things we need. I'm going to move down one because we've still got spare, don't we? Yes! Best at games. I am the best at games. So instantly, we are going to spend a stick and our mud. That means we get shelter. We can no longer be fatigued. Oh my goodness. I'm not excited. You're excited. Well, I am excited. This is brilliant. Okay. So we have now completed Rainstorm. What do we need to complete Quicksand? We're going to build a rope bridge. We need a stick or a rock. We have a rock, a vine, and a water. Vines are in here. That's where the vines are. Okay? It's unlikely that these are vines. But vines are here. There is also a vine here. Where could the vine be? Where's my vine tokens? Let's do some vine sanity. Still popping tokens off the board. Okay, so according to math, that's a vine. That's a vine. One of those two is a vine. And quick explanation why, because if that's a vine, that has to be a TP. If that's a vine, that has to be a TP. If that's a vine, that has to be a TP. That isn't a TP, so that can't be a vine. Which does kind of mean, do we have enough TP tokens? All right, okay. Excuse me. That has to be a TP, or that has to be a TP. TPs are really good for later because we're going to need to know where bad guys are. So we need a vine. We've got a rock. We know that's a vine. Do we just take that one? Do we just take that one? Yeah, we just take that one. It's a vine. I'm the best at games. Okay. That isn't even the one we're working on. That's how best at games we are. We do need a stick. We need multiple sticks. Oh no. Oh no. Right, multiple sticks is going to be tricky because we need to make a spear. But that being said, we have passed this because we have the shelter. It does cost us our fire, but we do get a destiny card, which is what we were after, because when a TP is found, trade 1 resource of water for any other 2 resources of water. We are going to need a spear quite quickly to kill this prick when he comes out. Yeah. We haven't seen a single skull yet. Where are skulls? Next to TPs. Okay. So that or that, right. There's so many. Oh, but then these. Ooh. What are we doing? Who are you people? Why are you in my home? No, we've got 2 turns to mooch. We're going to mooch. We need to find sticks. Okay? It's not the end of the world at the moment that we don't have sticks, because momentarily we can just reveal that to be the TP that we know it is. Meth algebra. Do we go that way? Yeah, we're going to go that way. We've just got 2 turns just to have a mooch about. Just a little bit of moochy. So, what are you? Who are you? What's he going to do? That is food. Food's all right. I mean, I should be like, yay, food. But at this precise moment in time, we've already got food. So let's crack on. We've got Water. Okay. None of these are good. However, ooh. Oh, yes, we're taking this one, by the way. I hope that was obvious. Let me put a new one just there. Dull knife. If you have a rock, gain a vine. Cool. That could be useful as well. You're poo. Make allies poo. Anyway, we've done this once, so we need to discard a rock, a vine, and a water, and you are done. So let's get rid of all of these. And you're gone as well. And at the end of the day, we use a food. I don't want to sound confident, but I feel kind of confident. Okay. Don't know what this is about. Right. At the end of the day, we've done the food. If there are no monsters in play, reveal. And its reveal is a night 1 southernmost explored path priority. Southernmost, it can't be the rock because rocks are impassable. So it will be this mud. Is that going to impact us too much? We need a stick. Really, we desperately need sticks. But we can trade a water for 2 sticks, but then we need skulls. Right, let's not get too buried in the weeds. Next challenge, sweltering heat. We need mud and water. Why did I think that mud was going to be something that we had? We've got 2 turns to find some mud and some water, otherwise we lose 3. Oh no. We lose 3 water, but we still get a destiny card. That's okay. Monster tracks. We need a stick, a skull, and some water. Otherwise, bad things happen. We've got 3 turns for bad things to happen. And strong wind, build a strong shelter. We need a rock, we need a vine, and we need water. Okay. So there's a chance that we might die. But that's okay. We need to just think and be logical. Right. We were doing something, but I can't remember what we were doing. But I just want to point out that's probably water because that's a stick. Now, one of these is a stick. One of those is a stick. What we'll do is we're going to twist. Did we not use any of those again? Oh, if you're already typing in the comments going, you didn't use your cards. You're right. You win a prize. Join the Discord to find out what your prize is. Like, comment, and subscribe. Did you know, tangentially, that just asking people to subscribe apparently helps? So, subscribe. It genuinely helps. Right. After that tangent, we're going this way. This is going to be... Right, we get 2 sticks. It's not the water that we needed, actually. Beans. Beans. We might have to fail that one. That's going to cost us 3 water. We've got 6 water. We just need to kill the minotaurs, though. And we are 1 skull away from killing a minotaur. When we go here, we need more resources. That's all we need, okay? We just need more resources. I'm happy to fail this. I'm happy to fail this. Yes. I think. It's the fort. We need mud, vine, and to exhaust one of our gear to kill. That means we just need skulls. Can we find... Right. Okay. Everybody calm. Everybody breathe. Don't flip out, man. We failed. We definitely failed, but that's 3 water down the drain, but we do get to get another destiny card. This card, if we gain 1 resource of water that we currently have. If you have a rock, gain a vine. I think we're going to take the dull knife. Now, that is a fail, but we've already paid the penalty. Everything's okay. We now have to 3 turns. And if we fail, we lose a card. So we could just smash the cards out, the destiny cards. If we don't have them, we can't lose them. And that's 2 water. We think this is water here. Okay. We are going to tap the medicine. We are going to get you back. We're going to spend you again. So we get 2 of this resource, and this resource is water. Best at games. We will not die today. Okay. I need to just think what we are doing. It is going to cost us 4 water to fail these. And we are going to fail these. Okay? So, we need... We need anything that's a resource that we don't really care about. So, that's a vine? Question mark? Oh, we do need a vine, though. That's annoying. Ooh, but one of these is a vine. Let me tell you why. Gather round, children, while I tell you a tale of mystery. And these aren't sticks, they're vines. That's not a stick, though, so that could be a vine. And I don't have enough vine tokens. That's okay. We do need a vine to make a trap. We do need mud, so we're going down here soon. Anyway, that's mud. Oh, come on, brain. That's mud. Now. That's mud. I'm guessing that's mud. I am going to tap the compass. That means if we get that right, we don't spend a turn. That's mud. Best at games. Best at games. Right. I think this helps. Wait, we found all the forts. We've got all the stuff. Okay, now we just need to kill people. Have I done a thing? I have to spend a resource. No. I remembered. It's not good, though. If we get a vine now... So I'm going to get this one, which I think is a vine. It's not a vine. Oh, no. But that could be a vine. Right, so that's a vine. That's a vine. We need to kill. If we get a vine now, we kill that guy. We can do this. Can we? Does the water now kill us? I'm thinking things through, okay? I'm thinking things through. If we have a rock, we get a vine. But we can't go there until we've killed that guy. So to do that, we need a skull. These could be a skull. These could be a skull. It's not the end of the world if we fail now. We're going to go with you. Best at games. Oh, right. Yes. We have a minotaur. Right, we goes on the skull. That's fine. We're okay with this. We're okay with you going there. That gives us the skull. Okay. So we do fail this one. Oh no. Can we do this at any time? Free actions before and after explore. Yeah, I guess we can. So we're going to kill. We're going to kill him. Who are we going to kill? We're going to kill this one, actually, and we're going to kill him with a spear. So we get rid of those. We kill this guy with a spear. This is... We didn't use... We don't need the food. Is that silly? Is that silly? I don't know. I feel as though we don't need the food. Right. We've killed that guy. We failed this. However, that costs us 2 water and we lose a destiny card. So we're going to get rid of the dull knife. It probably could have been useful because we desperately need a vine now. Ah, beans. Okay. We have 3 turns to find a vine. There are 3 options for a vine to be. No, there isn't. There isn't. There isn't. There isn't. There isn't. There is. There is. There is. Damn. Okay. 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 We can do this. We can do this. We could just trade. Right. Let's have a look at this, because when a TP is found, trade 1 resource or water for any 2 other resources. Any 2 other resources. So we could do this. We could do this. We could reveal this to be the TP that we know it is. This feels good. We can discard when a TP is found. Trade 1 resource or water for any 2 other resources or water. We actually only need a vine. So we don't even need to do some weird math science things. Where are some vines? Give me a vine. We'll take 2 vines. It doesn't matter. We're going to get rid of the food. We don't need food. Because we did it. Yes. We are going to make a trap with mud and a vine. Mud and a vine. Oh. Who's the best at games? Say it. Say it in the comments. Tell me I'm the best. We kill the final Minotaur. And that means that the game ends. We win. Now, another thing that I didn't do last time was count up how well we did. Let's have a look. So what we do, I've got the rule book now because math. Well, before I go down the boring bit, thank you everyone for joining us. If you have enjoyed it, do leave a like and a comment. Hail the meeple. I'm going to go and just do some math now. If you do want to know how well we did, do stick around. We'll figure it out. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining us, and join us next time we convene with, well, there's some super fun things coming, including more of this game. So that being said, let's do some quick math. We count up, I believe, the turns that are left here to find out how well we did. We are already better than a Greenhorn Scout. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. That makes us a veteran Pathfinder. They have misspelled veteran Pathfinder. It should read best at games, but because this game is so awesome, we will let them off just this once. Right, thank you very much. This has been amazing. I cannot wait to do more. If you are interested in this game, and by the way, this is not sponsored at all. I wish it was sponsored, but there is so much game in this game. Okay, I am nerding out a little bit now, so feel free to go off and enjoy the rest of your day. But this is the Fauna ones, and there's like, look at all these missions. These are double-sided missions, by the way. We're not having a look because we're going to get through to them. So there's an entire folder of Fauna ones. These appeared. I don't know where these are for or why we've got them, but there's even more in that one. And then the more. I don't know what these are. Oh, these seem to be the same, actually. I got 2 of these. Don't know why. And yes, we can see them, but they are so far away. It's untrue. And then we've got all the Flora ones, which we're doing on live stream occasionally. So one thing that I'm going to say, because if you're still here, you're in it till the end anyway, so I can have a little bit of a waffle. One of the main complaints that I've read about this game is the lack of replayability. Beans. That's so false. If you enjoy the game and you get through all of the missions, and there looks to be at least 12, because I don't have an official number, but there's a lot, okay? These are double-sided. That one said 11, so there's at least 12, and then there's 24. So let's just say there's at least 20 missions. They take an hour each. You've got almost a full day of playing in this game. This game has so much game. And if you have made it all the way to the end of all of the things, and I believe there's like 4 expansions for it as well, and you get all the way to the end of them, and you're telling me that you can remember this map, you should be in Mensa. You should be saving the world, mate. Go Starship Captain nonsense. That being said, thank you very much again for staying all the way to the end. It's too late. You're in the cult now. You are one of us. We love you. We appreciate you. And until the next time we convene, thank you.